Howdy, it's me, Manic Mark, coming to you from the bunker system located underneath the art villa, found somewhere in the jungles of the Midwest. Today I'm coming to you with some stories and some records and a spider. Oh, now you're too low. Stop it. There, that looks like you're framed right now. Okay, so we'll just get into it while you're tying up the spider. This is all leftover stuff from my wife who had to decorate her booth at work, including this.
Like an alley cat with an alley light. I roam all day and night with no relief in sight.
Okay. Hoover hates this thing. I swear to you, he just hates it. Okay. And she got this really cool thing. I picked this out for her. But this is metal. This is not some cheap plastic Halloween thing. You could put stuff in here like liquid. You could put Shiner's Bock Ale in here and you could drink it right out of here. That's so good, right out of the chalice of death. From the okay, now on to the stories. Let's talk about rims. A rim job. My 92 Cherokee, it's rusty, a bit, rusty, came from the dealer with these manly, I didn't buy it new. It's a long story about how I got it, and I don't want to go into it. But anyway, it had like the manly alloy rims with manly wheels that rubbed when you turn, and then when they started to wear out, they wouldn't grip on the pavement. So when I got new tires, finally managed to avoid an accident from the slippage anyway, I got new tires, but the rims, the alloy rims, after 20 years, closer, they've been leaking for 2 or 3 years because you clean them and they corrode, okay? They leak air, and I'm just like, oh man, this Jeep, it can't possibly last much longer, even after I put the replacement rebuilt engine in it. Okay, so anyway, get to your point. Anyway, so I decided to quit fighting these rims that are driving me crazy. Quit fighting these rims and buy junkyard steel rims, Jeep rims. Okay, so I put them on. I don't put them on myself. Anyway, down to my buddy down the street. He puts on the rims. I take the Jeep out for its first drive with factory steel rims, which are an inch shorter than the Magnum alloy manly rims with the big tires, and it drives like brand new. It's hard to believe how smooth it drives and how the handling just came right back. So that just goes to show you that don't change the engineering on most things. Leave it alone. It's going to work much better. That was kind of dull and boring. But I had to go through it. Why? Because that's one thing I did this week. The other thing I did this week was to bring home a hammerhead shark as a gift for my wife. I'm going to put it up on the screen. No, I'm not. I'm going to tell a story first, then put it up on the screen. I've been begging for this hammerhead shark for quite a long time now at the place I work at, the museum, okay? And it's fiberglass, right? And it was a takeout from an exhibit that's long since gone away. So there wasn't really much attachment to it other than it was hanging way up in the air, like about 16 feet up on the air on this chain link dividing thing in this room that's full of like newspapers that are 3,000 years old. And they just didn't want people to go in there, but I knew it was there, okay? So I go into the room with the 3,000-year-old newspapers and climb up with permission and unwired the hammerhead shark and brought home. So I'm thinking, oh no, I put it up over the fireplace. I took the thing down that was over the fireplace and I hung it up. It's about 8 feet. It's like about 8 feet long, the hammerhead shark, and it sticks out from the wall like 2 feet maybe or something like that, okay? So I love it, but I'm thinking when the wife comes home, things are not going to go well, right? So she comes home, and I'm old enough now. I can't like a kid. Like, yeah, I gotta. I'm just like, yeah. So we eat dinner, and she goes and changes her clothes, and the lights are on the whole time. All she had to do is turn around. Doesn't see it, okay? Changes her clothes, go in, all the lights are on. She reaches over. She's 6 feet away from it. She doesn't see it. Walking straight towards it. Reaches over, picks up the TV remote, stands up, and just stands there. She says, "Oh my God, it's huge." I told her I was going to bring home a fish. It's huge. And it is huge. And it's creepy. It's not creepy. And it's peeling. Okay, it's old. It's got some paint flaking off of it. And she says, "It's staring right at me." And she sits there for like 15 minutes and says it again. "It's staring right at me. It's creepy." I'm like, "Oh, what am I going to do?" Then later on she says it's kind of growing on her. Now she likes it. It's Happy. There it is on the screen. Happy the hammerhead shark. He's happy. He's happy, the hammerhead shark. He swims in the ocean with all the other hammerhead sharks. Oh, Jesus. On to the records. It's not a huge stack of records, thank God, because all the time I took up telling stories. And I know there's another story, but oh, I gotta tell this story. I don't know how I'm gonna cut all this up. Oh my God, the little bit of beer that's left in the bottom of the chalice of death, it looks like I peed in the damn thing. You know, it's gold, and so it accentuates the beer color. It looks like pee. I just drank a chalice full of pee. What do you expect out of the chalice of death? So my wife, I come home, and I've done a bunch of shopping, and I'm like full of stories too, right? But I gotta listen to the wife's story because her story's more important. And it turns out that it is. It's like the best story of the day, Saturday, and that is, well, I went to the store, and she's making dinner. I come in. I went to the store, and I'm checking out, and there's this lady in front of me. She's got all her own bags, and she insists on packing everything herself. It takes forever for her to get done checking out. And then my wife says, "Well, how can my day get any worse than that?" So she's put all her stuff up on the thing, and it moves forward in line. And the lady behind her takes like some kind of container of Coca-Cola and slams it down on the little rolly thing, the little conveyor belt, and one of the cans bursts open and sprays my wife all over the face. She wins. She says that to me. I'm like, "Oh, I'm sorry. How can your day be, you know, how any worse?" So I go outside, and I'm taking groceries out of my vehicle because I brought groceries too, and I was going to fix dinner, but now I don't have to, so I had to put the thing, never mind. And I look under her car, and there's leaking oil under her driveway. I said, "Honey, guess what? Here's a Jackie Gleason record I don't have. I think it must be a compilation album. It's New Dawn. It's Pop Goes to Zither. It's the swinging zither with the swinging big band of Carl Swoboda. It's the fabulous strings and voices and guitars, the sounds of Les Baxter. I picked it. I've got this one, but this was a minty fresh copy, and so I picked it up again just in case. Kind of looks like maybe it's sort of private press. It's 1978. Come Back, Little Thyroid Gland. There's a song on it named Come Back, Little Thyroid Gland. Asturd, you know, the last time I said her name, nobody said you had it wrong. So I'm just saying again, Asturd Gilberto. I have to apologize. I don't mean to be stupid. Another Walter Wanderley Trio record I may or may not have on Verb. Terrific Brazilian keyboardist. Spanish Grease with Willie Bobo. I have no idea, also on Verb. And I scored some local gospel records, which is always fun for me, Manic Mark. Including this one, a Right Record record. And there are the artists on the back. When Our Lord Shall Come Again, the Kentucky Gospel Trio. I think I may have this one, but I couldn't. I had to pick it up just in case. I may have this one. I don't think I do. It's Bluegrass Gospel with J.D. Jarvis, another guy who's local and still may be alive because he's got a website. He's selling new old stock records that he made back in the 70s. It's Bobby Grove. And I wouldn't sell him short because he does some rockabilly gospel type stuff on some of his albums. It's really pretty amazing. It's the exotic music of ancient China with Kim Novak and Rosalind Russell and William Holden. I knew that was William Holden. I just wanted to double check myself. But you know, we all remember actors like sometimes, like us, people our age, from when they were just slightly older, okay? But then when you go back and look at their early publicity photos like Lucille Ball and William Holden, you realize that they were damn good-looking people. When they were younger, they were extremely attractive people, and then they just managed to segue into what they were doing, which is fine. Why did you even go into that? I have no idea. It's a creative world of Stan Kenton, Paul Dozen, Bossa Nova, Antigua. That could be an excellent album, I think. Persuasive Percussion, 66. I don't know if I've got this one, actually. This one I have is going to go into the pile for trade, okay? Herbie Green. It's a great cover on Command. And last, I put this last because I'm thinking I may and I may not. I always say that, and then it's but it's Quentin's theme from the TV show Dark Shadows. It can't possibly be the original. Anyway.
Light is on my brow. I'm happy and whole. There's peace in my soul. I'm living the right life now. The pleasure of sin, which blackened within, no longer can charm my soul. For pleasure I find in peace and in mind, since Jesus has made me whole. Oh, glory to God, I'm washed in His blood. His love light is on my brow. I'm happy and whole. There's peace in my soul. I'm living the right life now. Oh, sinner astray, seek Jesus today. The right life is for the best. Come out of the night, come into the light, where souls are supremely blessed. Oh, glory to God, I'm washed in His blood. His love light